Hello, thank you for joining me. I'm still at Bekonscot Model Village. I'm at Evenlode Village Green where I finished my last video. This is now the fourth part of this series where we explore the wonderful Bekonscot Model Village. We're now coming down, we've now seen most of that side of the village, we're now coming down back to more of the middle of the village. So over here we have Bekonscot Hospital. It's actually a model of the original Amersham Hospital, which is still there, but it's no longer part of the hospital, it's now apartments. So you can see the very attractive Victorian frontage, which if you go to Amersham Old Town you can actually see this building, the real one. And then if we go down here you can see an ambulance has arrived and there's some men carrying a stretcher, but no one's actually on it. And if you look closely you can actually see inside a ward, and downstairs there's a waiting room. Looks like that little boy, I don't know if you can see him there, he's got a pan on his head. And there's people there's a lady with a baby, there's an old lady there waiting to be seen. So that is Bekonscot Hospital. We're going to now continue our exploration. We can just see over there the cable cars that take you from the lower part of the village. See the cable cars coming down over the waterfall? One's just coming into the station here, so let's have a closer look. So that is, there goes the bell as the cable cars arrive. And you can see the stream goes along here. There's a canoe club under there, and on this side it becomes a canal. Rather busy scene. You've got a little wharf just down there with some barges. You've got a bird who doesn't quite belong here, but he's obviously drinking from the water. You can see the locks, and if you look up there, there's a brickworks and a cement works on the other side of the canal. And then from here you can see the fairground, which we saw in one of the earlier videos, but from this end you get a much better view of the big wheel, which has just started. And you can see the roundabouts. There's a rockets there, but they'll probably go in a minute. And you've got the swings. There's some aeroplanes right over there. The swings are going now. The big wheel's still going. Oh, and there's even a wall of death. I don't know if you can see that. See the motorbike going around on the wall of death? So, a perfect 1930s fairground we have here. And then, that's where we've just come from with the hospital in the background. We're now going to go and explore the very heart of Bekonscot. Here we have cattle market. And you can see in the background there's an oil pump pumping away. And there's an Ovaltine dairy farm that's modelled on a building near Abbots Langley. Now, I said in my last video here about how it started off that Roland Callingham had a swimming pool with model railway around it. Well, this lake, as you can see, it's fairly squarish. This was originally his swimming pool, and his railway went all round it, or went round three sides of it. It didn't go where I'm standing. So you've got the railway doing a large loop around it, and then the buildings were added, and that's how Bekonscot came into being. We've just got here the golf course. Should be a rather nice place to play golf by the lake. And the lakes are effectively the Bekonscot Sea, and they've got for the Bekonscot side, so I don't know if you can see them down there, but they have some rather large fish. You can just see one there, and that isn't one of the biggest ones that's here. So it's as I said in an earlier video, it's great if you like fish, if you like model trains, if you like plants. It's just a great place to come, really. There's a train just stopping here at a signal at Gully Junction. Now, I said I'd talk to you a bit about some of the various different trains and locomotives we have here. So that one just departing now, let's go and watch it go over the bridge. We have three of these here. They're a bit like a Ginty class, but they're not quite the same. They were built in 1949. There's another one of them with a goods train. So there's three of them going round today, and they've all got names from the Somerset and Dorset joint railway. So just going that way we have Blandford. Wells went the other way of a goods train, and somewhere running around the village is Radstock. So there was once one called Blandford, but Blandford hasn't run for quite a few years. So that's where that class of engine came from. Now what we're going to do, we're going to have another look like I said, I'm going to show you all the different types of trains we have, because if you want to see the trains, they all come past here. They don't all do every bit of track. Some just do the main line and others go off down the loop or the branch line. That's Gully Junction signal box. And up there, where we had a brief look earlier, is the other signal box. Now stopping here, we saw this one in the first video. This is Brighton. Brighton was built by Bekonscot Lake, which was a company that built model trains and miniature locomotives, and Brighton is the oldest locomotive here. She's as old as the village, built in 1929. So since 1929, Brighton has been working trains around Bekonscot Model Village. Now just coming along, I can hear another train. Let's see which one this is. I think we're going to see them both pass on the viaduct again. So Brighton's just going to pull off that way. Oh, it's one of the panniers. We have two of these. They're 9400 pannier tanks. One's called Settled. Yeah, that one is P2B. So we've seen those. Now I wonder what we're going to see next. I want to make sure we see one of each of the trains that is out today. So that's just gone off round to Gully Junction. So you can see here the actual junction itself. So in the middles you have the up and down main lines, and each side you have the lines that go to the loop. So if you look this side, where the footbridge is, you can actually see which track goes where. So over the far side, that track comes back from the branch, and this track here, that goes to the branch. So coming back from the branch, there's a fly under the main line, and you've got the Bekonscot School behind, and as I said, up there is Mary Lucing was. I can hear another train coming, so let's see which train that will be. It's going to cross the viaduct again. It's another pannier tank, it's Settled. So off Settled goes. So we'll now carry on walking. There's one more train we haven't seen, but I'm sure we'll come across it. So you can see the lake which forms the centre of Bekonscot. You can hear the band playing on their bandstand with the Union flag flying above it. And then from down here we pass some lovely flowers, and we come along lavender, and behind is Bekonscot Town Station, which we saw in one of the earlier videos. And then here is the lake from the other side. You can see there's a fishing, not a fishing village. The fishing village is over there. We saw that in an earlier video. A pleasure boat marina just here, and just there is a model of a boat, Lucy Fisher. She's a French Brothers boat. See if we see it better from down there. See that boat there, that paddle steamer? That's Lucy Fisher. She actually works on the River Thames at Runnymede in Windsor. I remember having a trip on her when I was a child. And then just here is another one of my favourite features, the water wheel and the mill. And I can hear another train. The railway's just up behind us, so we'll see what train that. Oh, it's Q, pulling passenger trains. That's a Southern Railway Q class. So I think what I'll do, I'll leave this part of the video here. So from the watermill at Bekonscot Model Village, thank you very much for watching. There's going to be a couple more videos coming, so watch out for them. So from Bekonscot Model Village, goodbye.